Well, I did it. I said I wouldn't, but I did. I ordered me one of these auto ordnance carbines, M1s, from Bud's Gun Shop. It wasn't bad, $7.18, free shipping, $25 for the dealer, and we're done. And I'd seen some good reviews on them, and I'd seen some bad reviews on them. And I got to thinking, I got the Tommy gun out last weekend, was playing with it. It's Father's Day and all, and I thought, Auto Ordnance did make it right. Yeah, it had to go back twice, but hey, everybody can. But when they finally figured out the problem, I shot the hell out of the Tommy gun last weekend, didn't have any problem, tore it apart. So I thought I'll take a chance, because I really didn't want to develop my loads with that beautiful older one I've got, with the scope and all that. I didn't want to risk it. So because this load here is H110. It's not even listed in the cast bullet handbook. They list N110, which is made by some company in France. I can't even find the damn powder. Other than buy it online, I just got an order into primers. I don't need any. If you don't need a lot, the hazmat fee makes it not worth doing. So I read form after form after form after form, and everybody's saying, oh yeah, we're using the H110 one. So I took the guy's load, I started a little low, and I worked up high. I just got it, and today's my day. I had to do payroll and all that, so I didn't have really time to do it right. I just picked it up. It just came in tonight, so I wanted to put a few rounds through it before it got dark. And so I'll reload these. These are my workup I did. And I took number 4. That was just under what he had suggested, the gentleman did. The 7 was right at what he suggested, and then I went up a little bit more. I shot all of them. I looked at the primers, which I'm no expert, but that's how you're supposed to tell. The primers don't look bad. See if there we go. And I picked up 3 boxes of commercial ammo at Bud's. But it wasn't bad. This stuff made in America. I mean, I'm sure it's cheap stuff, but it all functioned fine after I got it working. This stuff was 18 something a box, or 50 rounds. That wasn't bad. And I picked up 3 boxes. I'll have some more brass, right? If you look on the floor, there's brass everywhere. Anyway, so when I first set it up, and it came with this magazine, 15 rounder, and I loaded it up. I put that in there. First shot, hit target, no problem. Of course, it failed to feed. Like, oh dang, I'm gonna have problems with it. And a lot of people said until I got a couple hundred rounds through it, I would have problems. So it didn't freak me out too bad. I worked it, boom, slammed in there, fired again, failed to feed. I went through like 3 of those. And then it started functioning fine, no problems. I mean, I haven't done anything to this rifle to bring it home. Made sure there's nothing in the barrel. It was nice and lubed already. It had all kinds of stuff on it. And anyways, after that, I hadn't had one fail to feed. I ran this entire box through it, which, boy, you can go through ammo with this thing in a hurry. It's fun. And I ran 15 rounds of my hand loads. I wanted to test them. I mean, I don't have paper targets out there, so I can't give you a group, but they hit the steel. This gun, with whatever round I'm shooting, is shooting. For me, I need to aim just a little high to the right. Like on the disc of steel I'm shooting at, that big around, I aim over here and I hit the middle every time. I mean, it's consistent, so I'll have to, it looks like you have to tap these sights back and forth, so I'll have to play with that a little bit. I'll talk to my son-in-law to be about that. So make sure that I'm thinking right before I start beating on it. But anyway, so far so good. I like it. The one thing I don't like, and I'm going to take a picture and send it to him. I mean, you look at this stock, it's beautiful. I consider it beautiful. Smooth as a baby's bottom. But can you guys see the end here? I know, if I wasn't so cheap, I wouldn't take these with my camera. You guys can't really see it in the camera, but there is, it's like almost they ran low on stain or something and they just didn't bother filling it in. That one's really kind of, I don't know. I'm going to take pictures of both of them and I'll email them to them and say, hey guys, hopefully if they do have to do something, maybe they'll send me another bottom of the stock, or if nothing else, send me the stain they use so I can restain it myself. I would normally coat it with Bastol, That's what I'll use to clean it with, but I won't put any on the wood yet till I talk to them. That darkens it down, kind of conditions the wood. This is smooth, everything here. This in here is kind of dry and rough. You know, for $700 they don't get to spend a lot of time on it. And it is a beautiful wood stock. It's the one thing I miss about most of the new guns you buy nowadays, at least the ones I buy because I'm cheap. You know, the Ruger American rifles, great rifles, but the synthetic stocks are just not as, they don't have the feel, but they're lighter to carry around and they're a hell of a lot lighter to buy, you know. One of these days I get rich or want to blow some money, I'll probably, there's a company that sells some aftermarket stocks, but man, they're $200. I mean, the rifle's only $400, but probably be beautiful. I don't think it helps the accuracy, I think it's just pretty. But there is my first, I guess, review of it. Auto Ordnance. M1 Carbine. And I didn't have any great problems after, like I say, the first 5 rounds gave me a little problem. After that, we're rocking. And the first, I shot all but 15 of the box before I went and got my stuff. I wasn't going to shoot any of mine. I just wanted to see if it functioned, and it did. And I can, you know, when I'm working up a ladder load, I don't set the Dillon press up with a powder measure to drop. I use the digital scale for everyone because I want them accurate, you know. Not that the Dillon isn't, but I want it perfect. So if I'm making a determination by that load, I want to make sure that, you know, they're right exactly where I wanted them. So it's no big deal. The press is still set up for the length and all that. So just measure out 15 and drop them in there. That's my little, it's supposed to be a 115 grain bullet. It ended up being 119 once it was powder coated and had the gas check on it. Can you see it? Of course, most of the bullet is inside. Let me go get one real quick. You think I had one in my pocket, but I don't plan that far ahead. There it is. I know you mold. I don't have it. I'll put a thing out there with the bullets. But see, pretty. I think the gas check on there gives it a little character. And some of the loads, the guys are saying, "Oh, I don't powder check or gas check them," but I want to push these up to the 1,900 to 2,000 feet per second. That's where they say this gun's the most accurate. That's what the factory ammo does. That's where it's designed to operate. So. That's what I want to do. I haven't chronographed anything or anything. I'll get it out. I can't do it today. Come on. Dog. I don't know if you heard it, but the dog just put a scratch on the door. That tells me she wants out. Probably thought I was talking to somebody. Oh, and I want to show you guys something. You know, I have issues with brass collection, right? Because of my knees. I bought this a while ago. See all that lovely brass down there? I bought something, I forget what it's called. It's on the Dillon website. I don't think Dillon makes it, they just sell it, which is just fine with me. But and this is the second thing I bought. The first thing I bought was a plastic thing with ears. It didn't work very good. This one costs less. This is the first thing I ever bought. And it worked okay. But boy, in the winter, it was a real problem to use it. You had to really smash on it. And after you got 5 or 10 in there, if you smash it hard enough to get a new one in there, then the other ones fall out. This thing I got from the Dillon website, and it was out. It's like $80, so it's outrageous for what it is. But it's made in America, but it works. It looks like it's a hunk of junk. But see if you guys can see this. And you don't go fast. You go fast, the stuff flies back out again. And it works best if you hit the thing sideways. Just picks up your brass, just slicker and snot on a rag. It just works. You know, it's supposed to do it on grass too. I haven't tried it yet, but now I have to take the broom and push them out away from the wall, of course. But I can do that without getting on my hands and knees and bending down. It's just slick. And I just go get one of my blue plastic things. Well, all you do, and it comes with a thing you put on a bucket. You just spread this thing apart and it all falls out. I just use my fingers, works good. You know, because I don't want to necessarily put them in a bucket. I have a little plastic tray for every caliber I load. I don't know, it only holds 15. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get past 15 cartridges unloading. I have to get another cart? I don't know. But anyway, that works pretty good. If anybody else has trouble leaning down picking up their brass, that's just slick. And it comes apart. I mean, I'm lucky enough that I can, my range is here at home. This comes apart, you unscrew it. Now it's a long stick, but you know, I bet you it's a standard thread. You could come up with a stick you could put in 2 pieces if a guy wanted to stick one in a range bag. So he'd go to the range and collect brass. Really slick outfit. Alright, there it is. My Auto Ordnance M1 carbine. I almost went with the other one company that's making one, Inland. But I'd heard, I mean, a lot of bad reviews on that too, and it was more money, a couple $100 more. And this one's just going to be a play gun and one to develop loads with and stuff. So, I mean, sooner or later it's going to get beat up. But, you know, I don't know. I was hitting the bullseye out there with it without a scope. I mean, I wasn't hitting it every time, but for my eyes, I was doing pretty good. Now, maybe today's just a good day for me. You know, because all I've been doing is paperwork in here. Lucky, my FFL dealer is literally 3 miles away, so not hard to go get some. You get there, he's got most of the paperwork filled out for you. I think it's because once he had it all filled out and I screwed one up. Dal, don't screw us up, I don't want to redo it. Okay. Okay, so there we are. I'm happy with it. I like this little thing. It's a fun shooter. And not hard to load, not expensive. The brass cost me, the brass I bought Hornady, the only place I could find any. It was brand new brass, and I think it was $200 for 54 bucks. So that ain't bad. I'll use it over and over and over again. I was surprised when I started learning about it. I thought, oh, straight wall cartridge, I won't have to size the brass. Guess what? The books are telling me I have to size this brass every time I load it. And what you got to do, it's not the shooting it that stretches it out, like on a standard rifle cartridge. It is the resizing it. So what you got to do is you got to resize that in a separate step, and then you have to measure it and trim it. I trimmed it all. It wasn't hard. I picked up those lite trimmers because Dillon doesn't make a die for their quick trim electric job because there ain't enough room for the vacuum to get in there to suck the stuff out. Oh well, such is life. I think it took me probably 2.5 hours trimming 400 pieces of brass. Well, 400 is what I bought, and I had to trim the new stuff too after I sized it. And then I shot up 50, so 450. But I was sitting there watching TV, so it wasn't killing anything. All right, I am pleasantly surprised. I mean, it shot. I expected that I was going to have feeding issues with it till I got at least 200 rounds through it. That's why I bought 150 commercial. I was going to blast through it, that and get the brass. I mean, those end up being, what, 35 cents a piece? That's only a dime more than buying the brass. I might buy some more. I never thought about buying ammo at Bud's. I'd always bought it at Lucky Gunner, which is a nice place. They have good prices, but Lucky Gunner wasn't that. They were $20, $22 box for that. So, anyways, there we go. Hope everybody has a great week. Might not see me for a while. My granddaughter's told me I have to open the pool. I said, oh, I do? Okay. Then I become the pool boy for the summer. Goodbye.